sisters of the eastern states of Nigeria. They will not be able to sleep with their two eyes closed. What is important is that every Nigerian must consider issue of security as his personal business.
The verdict is not consistent with the evidence laid before the court. The sentence is overbroad.
2025 to appeal the judgment from the Federal High Court, Abuja, Austin Anyebe, NT News.
And now the Senate wants the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, Felix Ogbe, to explain the alleged diversion of $14.8 million. The Senate Committee on Local Content has given him 2 weeks to make himself available, and that necessary documents should be forwarded for scrutiny a week ahead.
It's public funds.
The Executive Secretary of NCDMB, within a period of 2 weeks, and two, that the NCDMB avails this committee with 30 copies of all the information required.
It will go with a warning that this will be the last time we invite him and he will not appear.
The committee also said it has discovered that most international oil companies operating in Nigeria are violating Executive Order 5 and the Nigeria First policy of the present administration by denying jobs to Nigerians and granting same to foreigners.
We have to look into many other issues that affect that local content, because Nigerians are the receiving ends, just like what my chairman said, Senator Joel, that the IOCs are not keeping to the rules.
This sector has not actually gotten the attention that requires to make them functional.
The IOCs have also been invited to appear before the Senate Committee on Local Content on the observed violations. Now, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security says steps are underway to revamp cooperative societies to lift millions of Nigerians out of poverty. Now, this was announced by the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, at the 7th Annual Conference of the Federal Civil Service Staff of Nigeria Cooperative Societies Union, FEDCOUP, in Abuja. Dr. Alabi reports.
Cooperative societies in Nigeria have over 30 million members and are gaining acceptance as a means of savings and investment. This is the 7th Annual Conference of the Federal Civil Service Staff of Nigeria Cooperative Societies Union, FEDCOUP, in Abuja, with the theme, Workers' Cooperatives Reaping the Benefits from Cooperative Enterprise in and After Service. Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, noted the federal government, through the Renewed Hope Cooperative Reform and Revamp Program, is positioning cooperative movements as a central driver of food security, shared prosperity, job and community wealth creation under the Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu.
Let us work for Nigeria. Let us believe in our country. Let us make Nigeria work for all of us. No one will come from the sky to do it for us. Collectively, we have the capacity, and I think we should do it.
Our greatest challenge as a union is our inability to look inward and recognize our individual strengths, harmonize and harness the huge potentials, riches that lies within us.
For participating unions, it is a clarion call to key into the reforms and strategize towards changing the age-long narrative of poor to rich civil servants.
These huge national resources that will support national growth economically, empower individuals to also improve on their welfare.
Then the merits therein shall trickle down to as many cooperative members as possible.
It opens doors for partnerships, investments, and government recognition. This is our gateway to the world.
It is better for everybody to know that should drop something somewhere because you don't know what tomorrow holds for you.
The conference is about creating businesses that prioritize people's welfare over profit while exploring ways to promote cooperative entrepreneurship. In Abuja, Tope Alabi, NTA News.
The federal government is urging independent broadcasters, editors, producers and content creators to continue to be indispensable to the task of building a Nigeria where facts prevail over falsehood. Citizens are informed rather than misled, and where public trust is strengthened rather than eroded. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, took this message to the 2025 annual conference of the Independent Broadcaster Association of Nigeria, IBAN. So, Asali Abdullahi Gwanara reports.
Independent Broadcaster Association of Nigeria is made up of individuals and groups who own television and radio stations in Nigeria. Practitioners on this platform, like in any democratic society, have pledged purposeful practices in shaping the narratives for national cohesion, particularly now that Nigeria's security challenges are attracting global narratives.
The independent broadcast media can significantly impact upon the fight against insecurity and insurgency.
We must display the highest level of responsible broadcasting. Truth, facts, fairness, balance are uncompromised.
If we can defend information sovereignty, nurture national cohesion, and build a digital strength, then a Nigerian story with all its complexities will be told by Nigerians to Nigerians and to the world with credibility, context, and confidence.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation wants IBAN members to adopt innovations and shift attention to sanitize Nigeria media ecosystem through a proposed plan.
I urge you, therefore, my colleagues, to reflect accurately, to also report, and not to say things that are sensational. Invest in newsroom capacity to detect and counter deepfakes, AI-generated misinformation, and online propaganda. As Minister of Information and National Orientation, let me say for the uptime time, that Nigeria has just won the bid from the global body, UNESCO, to host the first of its kind Media and Information Literacy Institute.
The federal government, he assured, is equal to the task of fulfilling its mandate of securing lives and property.
These successes have weakened the operational capacity of criminal groups, forcing them, regrettably, to resort to attacking soft targets. The recent kidnapping of schoolgirls in Kebbi is one such desperate act. In response, Mr. President has given a direct and uncompromising order to the military high command to leave no stone unturned in rescuing these girls safely and reuniting them with their families.
Like other media associations, here practitioners and the regulators have agreed to uphold the sovereignty of Nigeria above other interests. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
You're watching the news at 11. Time to take a break. We'll be back in a moment. To stay with us.
Furniture's legendary final sale of the year is here. This festive season, enjoy extra savings on luxury and comfortable sofa sets, modern and functional dining sets, sophisticated and smart bed sets, and our royal collections. Classy, premium, and truly exclusive. Shop 10 million naira and receive a complimentary Daisy tea set. Spend 15 million and take home a 65-inch smart TV. Go higher at 20 million and experience unmatched comfort with our exclusive massage chair. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online. It's big, it's bold, it's unforgettable. It's Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to... The
only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the federal government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use Arisco tomato paste and products. 100% natural tomato. Better food now. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount. Arisco tomato paste.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News 24.
Now, to reshape the future of Plateau State, One Plateau Unity Forum says it is championing a new model of governance focused on data-driven decision-making. The group believes this strategic approach is key to improving the socio-economic well-being of the people and securing a prosperous future for the entire northern region. This was the submission of members of the forum during their stakeholders engagement in Abuja, where members also outlined their vision for a transformed Plateau State free from conflicts. Garba Natala reports.
This is the first meeting of its kind where the indigents of Plateau State, under one roof, met with their community leaders, policymakers and technocrats, brainstorming on how to articulate solutions for the progress of Plateau State and the overall interest of the northern region. The main thrust of this stakeholders' engagement is the concept of having a data-driven governance structure, which led to several paper presentations revealing that adopting technology in governance will provide systematic data collection, analysis, and application of reliable data to guide policy formulation and in resource allocation.
So we must transit from compactness to security realities in Plateau State. This shrinking of our world from physical spaces to digital networks has transformed not only how we live, but how we face threat.
The forum argues that even the people's mindset needs to change to have hope and confidence in government through its policies while moving away from old ways of planning to positively impact on the lives of the people of Plateau State.
We have come here to share ideas, share experience, and share thoughts to come out with a position paper that will be useful for us on the Plateau so that Plateau can actually be better than what it is right now.
The relationship between livestock farmers and crop farmers must be closed and strategically packaged to allow all of them to operate peacefully in the environment.
Nobody will come to your community as a leader in that community and you are not aware of it. It means that even our leaders are failing us.
To secure a meaningful future, the forum strongly believes focusing on building a sustainable and resilient future also depends on better education, modern agricultural practices, improved healthcare and infrastructure, as well as enhanced service delivery for social stability in Plateau State. Participants also highlighted the need for synergy between community leaders, policymakers, and the diverse ethnic groups in the state to make data-driven governance a reality. In Abuja, Garba Muhammad Atala, NTA News.
Now, the federal government has partnered China Railway Signal and Communication International Company on railway signaling and controlling training. Ibrahim Bello Gunda reports that staff of the Federal Ministry of Transformation, Nigerian Railway Corporation, and Federal University of Transportation, Daura, are beneficiaries of the training.
Which is ongoing in Beijing, China, is a milestone achievement under the framework of the Tripartite Cooperation Agreement signed on 16th of August 2025. Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Transportation, Daura, Professor Umar Adam Katayel said the specialized training program will equip Nigerian engineers, scholars, and practitioners with knowledge in intelligent train control system, building local expertise and enhancing academic-industry linkage. Minister Embassy of Nigeria, Beijing, Ambassador Nini Kanwa Oke Uche highlights how Nigeria is undergoing a transformative phase in modernizing its railway infrastructure. Hence, technology, safety, and intelligent control system become central to the progress. Chairman, China Railway Signal and Communication International Company, Zhang Jingfang, said they are committed to advancing rail transit intelligent control technology for a safe, efficient, and sustainable railway system in Nigeria. In Abuja, Ibrahim Bello Gunda, NTA News.
Now, the future Africa seeks depends greatly on the empowerment of its women, and leaders across the continent are being urged to strengthen inclusive governance, especially gender-responsive democracy, to accelerate sustainable development. On day 2 of the 2025 Africa Women Conference in Accra, Ghana, gender equality advocates, including the Director General of the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, Professor Abubakar Suleiman, renewed calls for the removal of long-standing systemic obstacles that continue to hinder women's progress across the continent. Olushia Debo reports.
The World Economic Forum recently estimated that at the current global pace of progress, full gender parity will not be achieved for another 134 years, projecting equality around the year 2150, just as the African Union aims to meet its gender-related goals by 2063. These projections remain deeply concerning for advocates of gender equality and girls' rights. However, many also note that growing commitments to women's empowerment and increased investment in education across African countries could accelerate progress.
Advocacy, clamor for gender parity is clamor for guarantee of our future. It's an insurance for women. Mr. President is doing so much. A lot of African leaders are doing so much. I think we need to review the strategy as women.
During an interactive session, delegates intensified discussions on strengthening support for Nigeria's reserved seats bill, which seeks to increase women's representation in the legislative arm.
Nigeria currently ranks at the bottom in terms of women's representation in parliament. We're talking 54 out of 54. Then you know that there's something critical, urgent that we need to do as a nation.
AWC is in full support of the reserve women's bill that is ongoing, and we are hoping that before the next cycle of election, the process will be accelerated for us to have those numbers.
Participants at the AWC in Accra reiterated their unwavering commitment to continue the fight until all barriers hindering the progress of Africa's women and girls are fully dismantled.
We will not pull down.
From Ghana, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
Now, World Children's Day marks the anniversary of the Convention on the Rights of the Child, a global pledge to protect, nurture, and empower every child. In Nigeria, UNICEF rolled out the drums with the theme, The Future of Nigeria's Children, Voices, Vision, and Action. Vivian Ezediafi reports.
UNICEF 2025 Children's Day celebration brought together hundreds of children to reflect on their rights, their hopes, and the challenges shaping their daily lives. In their own voices, many spoke of the need for stronger protection from bullying, violence, and other threats that keep far too many children from thriving.
These are serious problems globally, as those who are affected are exposed to illnesses like cholera, typhoid, and diarrhea. Nearly half of Nigeria's population is under 18, about 98 million children, but 47% live below the national poverty line, and 54% experience multidimensional poverty.
At the event, the Minister of Budget and Planning highlighted the government's renewed commitment to child welfare. He noted that recent microeconomic reforms have increased revenue across all tiers of government, a development, he said, should translate into higher investment in basic education, especially at the local government level.
The world should unite against any bully who will threaten a child anywhere on this earth, because children represent our future, and investing in them, as is being discussed today, is the wisest thing to do.
Nigeria has signed, ratified the Safe School Declaration, and this is a time for all stakeholders, including the government, including the partners that are supporting the government, to really scale up and to pay a lot of attention to support the schools so that they are safe and to support the children.
But behind the celebration lies a sobering reality. 2 out of every 3 Nigerian children live in multidimensional poverty without adequate access to schooling, healthcare, nutrition, clean water, and protection. Although progress has been recorded in the last 5 decades, the pace has not matched the scale of the challenges. For UNICEF and its partners, the message from this year's commemoration is that Nigeria must deepen its investment, amplify children's voices, and build systems that guarantee every child a chance to learn, grow, and succeed. In Abuja, Vivian Ezadife, NTA News.
This is where the news ends. Thank you so much for being a part of it. My name is Justin Bem. You do have a wonderful night rest.